Hello everyone, I am Michaela Kathleen, and today I am doing my first recommendations video based on your Hogwarts house. I'll be doing these videos all month because earlier this month on May the 2nd was Harry Potter Day, so I decided to make an entire month out of it. And as you may have guessed, the first house we will be doing is Hufflepuff. I decided to do Hufflepuff first because I myself am a Hufflepuff. So for each house, I'm going to be recommending 4 books. So jumping right in, the first book that I would recommend for a Hufflepuff is A Man Called Eva by Frederick Bachman. On the surface, this book is about a curmudgeonly old man who is annoyed by his new neighbors that is a young family that moves in next door and is contemplating different ways that he could commit suicide. So seems very dark on the surface, but underneath, Uva is actually a real sweetheart and extremely loyal. He is mourning the death of his longtime wife, and this family that moves in next door kind of teaches him how to see the world in a happy way again. And so yeah, this is just a really heartwarming tale that will pull at the heartstrings of any Hufflepuff, I think. Uva is very hardworking his entire life and a very loyal guy and a good guy at heart. So my second Hufflepuff recommendation would be Kids of Appetite by David Arnold. This book is about a group of misfit teenagers. Our main character, Vic, has recently lost his father and his mom is with a new boyfriend, and Vic sort of can't take that anymore. He isn't handling it well and he decides to run away, and he takes his father's urn with him, and he discovers a note inside the urn naming different places to spread the ashes that are special to Vic's father and mother, and so he kind of has to puzzle out the clues. And he meets up with this misfit gang who are living in this greenhouse in this park. None of them are living with their parents, and they all just become very close, and they're all trying to figure out these clues together. And it's definitely a great group of friends to read about that are very loyal to each other, and they're all kind of seeking justice in their own way. Vic feels like his mother has forgotten about his dad too soon and is trying to right this wrong of the ashes not being spread. And 2 of the brothers that he meets come from a very difficult past, and the older brother has decided to tell people stories that deserve to be heard, including his own. So another great feel-good book for a Hufflepuff. Next I have Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. I think the #1 kind of thing that would please a Hufflepuff in any book is like a feel-good, light, fun story, and that is definitely Attachments. It is a super funny book and really just a lot of fun to read, a real joy. It is about a man who's working for a newspaper in the 90s, and he's kind of the IT guy, and one of his responsibilities is to monitor the workplace email to make sure that all emails are work-related and appropriate. And he starts to read the emails of these 2 girls who work in the office. He has never seen or met them, but he finds their emails very funny, and he starts to fall in love with one of them through the emails. And so he develops this really deep attachment to her personality through these emails and builds up this kind of loyalty for her and really roots for her and is also kind of in love with her, which he realizes it's wrong to keep reading their emails and not, either flag them or stop reading them. But he really enjoys the emails a lot. But in the end, he knows that he has to kind of do what's best for this woman who he has fallen for through her emails and, not pursue her under false pretenses so to speak. So definitely another great feel-good book for a Hufflepuff, and very funny besides. My final recommendation, I feel like, is my most Hufflepuffy of all the recommendations. Just one of the most Hufflepuffy books I could possibly think of, and that is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Wonder is about a young boy with facial deformities, and he has, up until this point in his life, always been homeschooled, but he is entering public schools for the first time. And I believe he's going into 4th grade, maybe 5th or 6th, but I'm pretty sure 4th. He's 10 years old. I think that's 4th grade, right? But anyways, regardless, he's very nervous to be going to public school for the first time. He's worried about getting bullied, but he gets to school and he makes some fast friends. But partway into the book, he overhears one of those friends making fun of him behind his back, and he discovers that that friend was only instructed by the principal to be nice to him. And so that sort of crushes him for a while, but eventually he does win over this boy as a friend for real, and this boy becomes one of his most loyal friends and defends him against older bullies. And it's just a really beautiful story. The friendships in this story are really wonderful, and Augie is just definitely a Hufflepuff. He's such a sweet kid, and plenty of loyalty himself for his friends, and for his old adorable dog that he has, and for his family and everything. So yeah, these are 4 books that I would recommend for any Hufflepuff. Let me know down below if you have any Hufflepuff recommendations, and I hope you enjoyed mine. Thanks for watching. Remember, words matter.